welcome to the too long didn't read version of my Gladiator guide. This is for those of you who don't want to listen to me drone on about things and just want a quick rundown of how to spec and what to do. So let's jump straight into talents. For the purpose of this guide, I will assume that you will be raiding, in which case you really only have two choices. Choice 1. Shockwave or Dragon's Roar. Dragon's Roar does more damage, but Shockwave adds additional utility in the form of a stun. Choice 2. Bloodbath or Bladestorm. Bloodbath is great for every situation, while Bladestorm is only good if you know you will be able to use it throughout the fight. I currently only use Bladestorm on Blast Furnace, Beastmaster, Operator and the ship in Iron Maidens. Glyphs. You always want to take the Glyph of Unending Rage, which increases your maximum rage by 20. If you are able to cleave, then use the Glyph of Cleave, which makes it so that your Heroic Strike cleaves. If you are interrupting like an Orgorger or a Brackenspore, then use the Glyph of Root Interruption for the 6% damage increase. Otherwise, use the Glyph of Bullrush for more rage on charge. And finally, there's the Glyph of Death from Above, which allows you to Heroic Leap more often like on Gruul, but it's not great. Stats and gemming. Your best stat is Strength, which is equal to bonus armor, because they both give attack power. After that comes Crit. We love Crit. You should gem and enchant Crit everywhere you can. You can't really be too picky on your stats past your favorite. Just try and avoid Mastery. Finally, you want to have enough haste to fit 2 shield slams into 1 shield charge, but to be honest, it's hard not to. Just stack Crit and bonus armor. Rotation. Your rotation is a simple priority system. You start the fight with Shield Slam, then Revenge, then Dragon's Roar, then Devastate. After that, you just make sure that you use Shield Slam on cooldown and don't delay it for anything. Both Shield Slam and Revenge can proc to reset their cooldown, so stay alert. Just be aware that you should only use 2 abilities between each Devastate, so you don't drop stacks. I will explain this in a minute. Okay, so when you have the priority system down, let's add your buffs and cooldowns. Shield Charge costs 20 rage and increases the damage you do with Shield Slam, Revenge and Heroic Strike for 7 seconds. You have 2 charges of it and only want to use it just before you Shield Slam so that you can Shield Slam twice during the period of increased damage. Finally, there's Bloodbath. It has a 1-minute cooldown just like Dragon's Roar, so you always want to use these 2 abilities together. To get the most out of it, pop it at the same time as Shield Charge. Type /macro now and make the following macro. Choose a good keybind and use it when you are going to go all out and use your potion and all your cooldowns. Now copy and paste this macro, except remove the potion. Keybind it and use it every minute when Bloodthirst is ready, but you aren't going to use your potion. Now, remove Bloodthirst and your trinkets and keybind that macro as well. Use it when you have Shield Charge and Shield Slam ready and want to use them together. Finally, keybind Shield Slam. If you want to be super pro, then don't include Berserker Rage in the macro and use it manually when Enrage drops. Now, your rotation is taking shape and there is only one thing missing: Heroic Strike. Every time you Devastate, you gain a stack up to 6, which decreases the cost of Heroic Strike. Make sure you have an easy way to tell when you have 3 or more stacks of the buff. When you have at least 3 stacks, or say 50 rage or more, spam Heroic Strike. I recommend binding Heroic Strike to the side of your mouse. It will soon become second nature to spam that button whenever you should be Heroic Striking. We have no recklessness and don't execute. Our AoE outside of Dragon's Roar and Bladestorm is limited to our bleed, which we apply using Thunderclap. Devastate also applies the bleed, so if you're cleaving, make sure to switch targets frequently. So, that covers the basics of what you need to know to do good Gladiator DPS. For a slower, more extensive guide, check out my long-winded version of this guide, link in the description. And thanks for watching. Bye bye.